guys, my name is Ambareen-Rose, and today we're going to be solving a grade 12 advanced function question from the Nelson textbook. So over here we have the demand function for snack cakes at a large bakery is given by the function p of x equals 15 over 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. The x units are given in thousands of cakes, and the price per snack cake p of x is in dollars. A is find the revenue function for the cakes, and B is estimate the marginal revenue for x equals 0.75, and what's the marginal revenue for x equals 2.00. So now that you guys have had a chance to look this over, I'm just going to point out some key things. So the demand function for snack cakes, that's our product, at a large bakery is given by this function right here. So just keep in mind this function is going to help us solve our question, so just remember it. The x units are given in thousands of cakes, and the price per snack cake, p of x, is in dollars, so that's our units. A is find the revenue function for the cakes, so we're looking for a revenue function. And B is estimate the marginal revenue, x equals 0.5, and the marginal revenue for x equals 2.00. So for part A, revenue is taken from what we learned in grade 11 functions, from revenue word problems, so hopefully you guys remember that. In part B, since we know this keyword estimate right here tells us that this question is an instantaneous rate of change question taken from grade 12 advanced functions unit 1, the rates of change subtopic. So, as said before, for part A, we're looking for a revenue function. So how we're going to solve this is we're going to first determine the basic revenue function, and then we're going to sub our values into that function. So over here we have r of x equals p of x. So r of x stands for your revenue, p of x stands for your price. So as you guys remember, p of x equals this function right here. This was taken straight from our question. And since we're looking for our revenue, we're just going to switch our p of x to our r of x. Therefore, the answer to this question is r of x equals 15x over 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. And there you have it, guys. It wasn't too bad. We just solved part A, so keep hanging in there. And just remember, in math, we trust. Okay, moving on. So part B is estimate, being the keyword, the marginal revenue for x equals 0.75, and what's the marginal revenue for x equals 2.00. So as I was saying before, estimate tells us that this is an instantaneous rate of change question, so we're going to be using our IRAC equation. Now this is a two-part question, and here's how we're going to solve it. So first we're going to determine our IRAC equation. Second, we're going to find our x1 and x2 values for x equals 0.75. Step 3 is we're going to use our value from x1 and sub it into a revenue function. Step 4 is we're going to solve. Step 5 is we're going to use our value from x2 and sub it into a revenue function. Step 6 is we're going to solve. Step 7 is we're going to sub values of x1 and x2 into our IRAC equation. Step 8 is we're going to solve. And step 9 is we're going to repeat steps 1 to 8 to solve for x equals 2.00. Step 10 is the most important, guys. Breathe and remember, math is life. Alright, so moving on. So right here we have our IRAC equation. Now this is a very important equation. It's muy importante. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our IRAC equation to solve this question. So for the first part of this question, we're looking for IRAC of 0.75. So here we have our x1 and our x2 values. So here what we're going to do is we're going to do 0.75 plus 0.001 and 0.75 minus 0.001 to get our x1 and our x2 values. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our revenue function, and what we're going to do is we're just going to simply substitute our first x value, 0.751, into the x's in this revenue function. So here we have the x's here, right here, here, and here, and we're just going to plug 0.751 into here, here, and here. You're going to multiply the numerator, and then you're going to put the denominator on your calculator. Once you get those two numbers, you're going to divide and get this nice long number here. Guys, remember, make sure you write all decimals. We're going to just repeat the same thing of what we just did. So again, we have a revenue function, and this time we're just going to plug in our second x value, 0.749. So over here we have our x's again, and just plugging in 0.749 for those x's. We're going to multiply the numerator, and then you're just going to put the bottom line, the denominator in your calculator, and get your numerator and denominator, divide the two, and get this nice long number here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use our very important IRAC equation right here. So just take a quick look at that. And then what we're just going to do is, since we're solving for IROC of 0.75, we're going to take H of 0.75 minus H of 0.749 and put that all over 0.002. Now we got 0.751 and 0.749 from our x1 and x2 values up here. Here and here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just substitute what we solved for 0.751, which is this nice long number here, and 0.749, which is this nice long number here. So we're just going to substitute it in here and here for these two values. Put that all over 0.002. We're going to subtract our numerator and then put that all over 0.002. Put this right here in your calculator, and that's going to give you this number right here. And then we're just going to round to one decimal. So IROC 0.75 equals $0.3. Therefore, the IROC of the marginal revenue of snack cakes at 0.75 is increasing by $0.3. So guys, we just solved half of the question, and I think you guys deserve a bit of a break because that was pretty intense. So here is just some inspiration. No shortcuts. You got to work for it. And guys, just remember, if you make mistakes, it means you're trying. And alright, so that was my little take at inspiration. So going back to our question, so now what we're just going to do is, since we solved for 0.751, now we're just going to solve for IROC of 2.00. So again, we're going to use our IROC equation, our muy importante IROC equation, and we're just going to solve for our x1 and our x2 values. So again, you've got 2.00 plus 0.001 and 2.00 minus 0.001. Now, these two values are base values, so whenever you're doing IROC, you're always using these two values. So, what we're going to do is just take our revenue function, and then we're just going to simply substitute our first x value, 2.001, into our x's in the revenue function. So here you have an x here, here, and here, and you're just going to sub in 2.001 here, here, and here, which you're going to multiply the numerator, and you're going to put the whole denominator into your calculator. You're going to divide the two, and you're going to get this nice long number here. Guys, remember, make sure you're writing all the decimals, no rounding as yet. You're going to repeat the same thing for x2. So here you have your revenue function. You're going to plug in this number here for x2 into your x's in the revenue. So here you have an x here, here, and here, and you're just going to substitute 1.999 here, here, and here. You're going to multiply the numerator. You're going to put the denominator all in your calculator and find that answer. You're going to divide the numerator by the denominator, and you're going to get this nice long number here. So now that we have everything and we have all the values we need for our IROC equation up here, we're going to substitute our values to solve for IROC of 2.00. So we have IROC of 2.00 is h of 2.001 minus h of 1.999 all over 0.002. So again, we get 2.001 and 1.999 from our x values here and here, our x1 and our x2 values. And then what we're just going to do is we're going to substitute, we're going to sub in what we found for 2.001, which is this long number here, and what we found for 1.999, which is this long number here. We're going to subtract the two and put that all over 0.002, and that's going to give us this nice long number here. And therefore, what we just solved for was the IROC of 2.00, which is $0.03. Therefore, the IROC of the marginal revenue of snack cakes at 2.00 is decreasing by $0.03. So there you go, guys. We just finished solving for it, and I think as a reward, you guys get a riddle. So why was the math textbook so sad? Because it had too many problems. Alright, so just one quick thing. Occupations where you can use this question is in the food industry and in retail, because both these occupations you can figure out your profit and your revenue, how much was made, how much you gained, how much was sold. So that's the context you can use this question in. So guys, hope that you learned something from this, and feel free to leave any questions. Thanks, bye.